All right, y'all. Hit the like button, follow, subscribe, enjoy the podcast. All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Shooting Power Podcast, episode 14. Olympic golf for the women's just finished. So obviously we're going to talk about that. It's going to be the main one I want to talk about this week. And then we also had the Wyndham Classic, which is the last event for the PGA before the playoffs start. So next week's going to be a huge week coming up. You'll have PGA playoffs starting, LPGA is going back, and then we're also going to have a live event out there in Greenbrier. So it's going to be a huge week this upcoming week, but let's jump into this past week's events. So obviously you had the Olympic women's golf competition, the Golf National Paris, France. It was a great competition, kind of all over the place. I wasn't sure anyone was going to beat 8 under because I think from the first day until the last day, there was pretty much no one that got to below 8 under. A lot of people were around that score and kind of were bouncing around it each day, but no one really ran away with it. Just everything kind of stayed right there at that 8 under, which was interesting. But the leaderboard is as follows. You had Amy Yang, Miyu Yamashita, and Hannah Green, and Bianca Pagdanganan. All at -6, tied for 4th. Ziyu Lin, -7 with the bronze. Esther Hensley, -8 for the silver. And Lydia Ko came in at -10 for the gold. So she was the only one that was really able to break that 8 under. But, as great as Hensley was and Lynn was and everyone else that played in that competition, it's a very tough course. They all played relatively well. I was posting pretty much the scores for every day on the Instagram page, so you can go look at that and kind of see how much fluctuation there was. But Hensley put some pressure on, playing a few groups ahead of Koo and birdieing the final 2 holes that brought her to within 1 stroke, which was great. But, as well as she played, she was at the top of the leaderboard all week. So her getting silver was kind of earned. And then Lynn getting herself a bronze was also earned with her incredible play. But we need to talk about Lydia Ko. Obviously extremely emotional after her gold medal victory. And she's now qualified for the Hall of Fame already. So she's had 20 LPGA victories, including 2 majors, 2 Rolex LPGA Player of the Year awards, 2 Glenna Colette Vare trophies for the lowest scoring average on the LPGA in a year. She also has the trifecta of Olympic medals, which is a bronze in 2020, a silver in 2016, and now the gold in Paris, which, again, for her, finally breaking through, getting that gold medal, amazing. Obviously, qualifying her for the Hall of Fame is insane. She's a hell of a player and just so much fun to watch. On top of all that stuff that I just mentioned, she also has multiple records for the youngest ever, including youngest ever win on the LPGA Tour with her win at the CPKC Women's Open at 15 years old. Youngest male or female to reach the Rolex World #1 ranking at 17 years old. And also the youngest woman to ever win a major at the 2015 Amundi Evian Championship at 18, and then became the youngest ever to win 2 majors just a few months later at the 2016 Chevron Championship. Greatness personified is the only way to describe her. I'm happy that I've been able to watch her play at the highest level. I think everyone should be happy to be able to watch her play at the highest level. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. As well as Nelly has played this year, Lydia has been doing it for so long. Absolutely amazing. And She can also add one more to her youngest ever achievement, with her being the youngest ever to receive the honor of joining the Hall of Fame at just 27 years old. She's 2 years younger than me. She's already in the Hall of Fame for the LPGA. Absolutely insane. I mean, she won an LPGA event at 15 years old. 15 years old, I was playing probably travel baseball and maybe for my high school. I don't even know if I was in high school at 15. I don't even know what the ages are. Probably was. But nonetheless, absolutely amazing. She is out of this world. If you haven't watched her, go watch her. She's absolutely insane. I've known about her. I've always loved watching her play, but this just kind of solidifies how great she really is and how special of a player she is. So if you don't get a chance, go watch her. She is, again, greatness personified is the only way to put it. As well as Nelly has played, as great as Nelly has been, nowhere near what Lydia Ko is. So congrats to her. Awesome event out at the Olympics. Obviously, you know, I'm also repping the USA women's jersey here. They went ahead. They finally got gold again. Been a while for them. I think it's maybe 2016. I don't even know if they. I don't think they won the 2016 gold either. Might have been all the way back in 2012. It's been a minute for them. So, congrats to the U.S. women for that too. I know a few of the players, so well-deserved, absolutely insane athletes and work ethics and everything. So, completely deserved by all the players on that team as well. But we'll move on. PGA Wyndham Classic, Sedgefield Country Club, North Carolina. I'm sorry, Greensboro, North Carolina. Sorry. This was, again, the last PGA event of the regular season. So very important for getting those FedEx Cup points to try and get into the playoff. That'll be starting this week. So scoreboard is as follows. Luke Clanton minus 14 in fifth. Ryu, he's a Toon Shun? I don't know. And JJ Spawn at minus 15, tied for third. Max Greiserman minus 16 in second. And Aaron Ray at minus 18 won the event. So Luke Clanton with another impressive finish. With a lot of people looking for those FedEx Cup points to make the playoffs, he was still able to finish fifth as an amateur again. So amazing on him. He obviously doesn't get the FedEx points. He's not going to be in the playoff, but amazing finish by him. And again, a lot of people were pushing for those FedEx Cup points. So, you know, they were all out there going for it. So he was still able to put on a hell of a performance. Max Greiserman, who had the lead after day 3, shot a 1 under 69 on the final day to miss out on the win. But he did have an impressive 10 under 60 in round 2. So absolutely insane that he went 10 under in round 2. So he played out of his mind that day. Round 4 was kind of all over the place, or he was all over the place. He had 2 birdies, 2 eagles, a bogey, a double, and a quad bogey. And the quad bogey is what hurt him a lot on 14, and then the double on 16 is the straw that broke the camel's back, obviously, ending up 2 under Aaron Ray. So he was 2 behind him. If he doesn't double that, I mean, shit, if he doesn't quad. Like, that's a brutal quad to have. Loud as hell, dude. Anyway, Aaron Ray stormed up the board with a 6 under on Sunday with 4 of the birdies on the front, 2 on the back, including 1 on 18 to clinch himself his first tour win in the final event of the regular season. So congrats to him. On a side note, Ray, who is also a clubhouse favorite, played with Billy Horschel. And he was always, you know, Ray's always the first one to kind of go and congratulate whoever he's playing with if they're going to end up winning or if they end up winning. So everyone loves him. Played with Billy Horschel. He's good friends with him. Him and Ray became good friends after Ray moved to South Florida. Yeah, South Florida this past year. So, you know, Billy went on, helped his buddy down the last few holes, giving him encouragement, staying extremely positive, especially on the final hole where or where a 4-shot deficit had turned into that 1-stroke lead that he had. Again, that big quad by Grieserman and then that double really hurt him. And after making his final putt, you can see Horschel pumping his fist in the background, goes up, gives his buddy a huge hug. Just showing how great of a person Billy Horschel is. And again, they are good friends, but, Billy was just there helping the guy out, even though he was playing with him and he had to play his own round. He was there really encouraging him, really giving him all these positive reinforcements going down to that last hole to help Ray get over the finish line there. And I think Aaron Ray goes ahead and in his post-round conference was talking about how great Billy Horschel was for him and how great of a guy he was to him during that last round. So congrats to him. Awesome for Billy. But with that being said, that is the end of the regular season. So we got the PGA playoffs now. So PGA playoffs start this week. Top 70 in FedEx Cup points will head to Memphis for the St. Jude Championship, which is the first of 3 playoff events. Top 50 from this weekend's event will advance to the BMW Championship, and the FedEx points are quadrupled for the first 2 events, with the winner taking 2,000 points. So it's a major thing. There's going to be a lot of changes up at the leaderboards depending on who wins here and there. So super exciting. After the St. Jude event in Memphis, those top 50 will go on to the BMW Championship, as I said, at Castle Pines outside of Denver. Also, those 50 will automatically qualify for the signature events the next season. So again, those 50 spots right there are very, very important, especially, not only for staying in the playoffs for this year, but also getting into those signature events for next year. And then the top 30 from Denver will head to East Lake in Atlanta for the Tour Championship and a chance to raise the FedEx Cup trophy. Super, super exciting. With all that being said, some of the guys to keep an eye on heading into the playoffs include, obviously, world number 1 gold medal winner, Masters winner, Players winner, Scottie Scheffler. PGA Championship, Open Championship winner, Xander Schauffele. As everyone has seemingly been putting it recently, golf's nearly man, Rory McIlroy. Nearly had a few wins, but can't get over it. A guy with 7 top 15 finishes in his last 9 starts, Sungjae Im, reigning FedEx Cup champion, Viktor Hovland, and many more that all have, different storylines, different achievements that they've had throughout this year. It's going to make out for a must-watch TV watching these next 3 events. And, especially starting with the St. Jude. It's a great event. Everyone loves this event. I've heard many great things about it from people that have played in it, as well as people that have attended it. St. Jude's also a great cause, a great thing. So it's awesome that they are still sponsoring this out in Memphis. It's also a beautiful course out in Memphis, TPC. So you'll definitely want to watch that. I think it's TPC Southwinds is this one. Yeah, it's TPC Southwinds. Beautiful course, amazing venue. So super exciting. And again, it's a lot on the line now. So it's going to be super, super interesting to see, especially coming down on that 4th day, people that might be right on the line there of, between, 45 to 55 or 45 to 60 even, how they're going to try and make that push to potentially either hold on to that playoff spot or get into a playoff spot. So there's going to be a lot of risk taken on that final day. So I'm super excited to see how this plays out. But with that being said, in other news, we do have the 8 members who will be competing in the 2024 U.S. Curtis Cup. For people that don't know, the Curtis Cup is an 8-woman amateur competition between a team from the U.S. up against a team from Great Britain and Ireland. It'll take place August 30th through September 1st. So it's a great event, cool little competition again between the U.S. and England, or Great Britain and Ireland. So honestly, we have a ton of these competitions. I love them. Just gives bragging rights to whichever countries pull it out, whether it's the U.S. or the team of Great Britain and Ireland together. But the U.S. team is made up of Zoe Campos, first-team All-American at UCLA, Anna Davis, 2022 Augusta National Women's 2022 Augusta National Women's Amateur Champion, Melanie Green, winner of the British Women's Amateur and made the cut at the U.S. Women's Am. Jasmine Koo, coming off of her freshman year at USC and finished 4th at Augusta this year. Rachel Kahn sank the winning putt, 2 years ago at Marion to secure the U.S.'s Curtis Cup win that year. Catherine Park, rising junior at USC, ranked 6th in the World Amateur Golf Ranking, won the Pac-12 Conference Individual, as well as tied for Low Am at the U.S. Women's Open earlier this year. Megan Schofield, who won the 2023 U.S. Women's Amateur at Bel Air Country Club in LA, and then Astrick Talley. It's a great name, Astrick Talley, who is 15, youngest player on the team, made her way onto the team with stellar play this summer with a 15-2 mark in match play at USGA events this year. Again, these 15-year-olds are just, it's insane. I was playing travel ball or playing probably Call of Duty at night and stuff, and they're playing in these events and whatnot. It's absolutely insane. So super exciting for those 8 women. They do have two alternates, and if anything happens, I don't think anything will happen. So keep an eye out for them. Again, that is August 30th through September 1st. So super exciting. I'll keep you guys updated on that when that's going on. But we'll move on to the upcoming events this weekend. So again, super exciting weekend. You have the PGA starting their playoffs with the FedEx St. Jude Championship. TPC Southwinds, Memphis, Tennessee. LPGA has the ISPS Honda Women's Scottish Open, Dundonald Links, Ayrshire, Scotland. It's in Scotland. And then you have Live Greenbrier, the Old White at the Greenbrier, North Carolina. So super exciting. Again, a lot of events going on. So a lot of golf that you can watch, especially playoffs happening. Everyone's going to want to watch that. So for last week's picks for the Olympics, I had Celine Boutier, who I thought was going to be a lock for the gold after day one, but didn't happen. She was the leader at 8 under, pretty sure after day one. And then I had Bhatia for the PGA. I got 2 points for Celine, but that's it. Bhatia missed the cut. Mark and the random both had Nelly Korda. Mark had Thomas Dietrich, who also missed the cut, so Mark ended up with 2 points as well. And then the random had Brian Harmon, who made the cut but didn't land in the top 25, so they only got 3 points. Points for the season, me at 81, Mark at 101, and the random at 67 for this upcoming week. I guess I'll start with Live because PGA is probably the biggest event, so we'll keep that for the end there. So for Live individual, I took Bryson DeChambeau, took Torque for the team. Mark took Tyrell Hatton and Ripper, and then the random took Joaquin Niemann and Crushers. For LPGA, I took Celine Boutier again because I think she played well that first round. Hopefully she can go out there and put 4 rounds together this time. Mark took Nasa Yataoka for the LPGA, and then the random took Rose Zhang. The random this week is another one of my colleagues, different guy than the normal colleague. And then for the PGA, first event for the playoff, Mark took Colin Morikawa, myself and the random both took Xander Schauffele. Again, I'm super excited for this. It's going to be a hell of an event. The women's Olympics was also a great event, so if you didn't watch it, you should have watched it. But we still have some great golf coming up for the end of the season here, so keep an eye out on it. Go watch all these events. Also on the TikTok, we will be doing a 9-hole 2v2 match. Mark and myself versus a colleague of mine and one of their friends. So a little 2v2 scramble, 9-hole match. So keep an eye out on that for that on TikTok. But outside of that, that's all I got for you guys this week. Again, get out there, go watch some golf for this weekend. It's going to be super exciting. Playoffs starting, so hopefully it pans out. And again, congrats to all my friends that I have on the U.S. Women's National Team. Congrats on the gold, bringing it home. So, but that's all we got for you guys this week. See you guys next week.